It's Cat on Point, and it is time for another challenge here. I've been invited by the fabulous Gina Pearson to take part in the March Madness Decluttering collaboration, and I'm very happy and very grateful to be included in that. I need it very badly. And it's always nice to be included in something so awesome like this. So thanks, Gina, so much for inviting me. Check out her channel, everybody. I'm going to put her link below, and then also the channels of the other ladies that are included and involved in this. So you can check out their channels, get some more inspiration. Now, I told Gina, I said that the hardest part of this for me is probably going to be deciding where to start, because I have so many places that I can declutter. Honestly, we moved in, I think this is probably the third or fourth year. I don't remember. I think this is our third full year here. And it just feels like, you know, when you just move and you have everything in boxes and you just put it away, and you always have in your mind, oh, I'll get back to that and I'll tidy that up and I'll sort all that out eventually. But you never go back and sort it out. And so what happens is that stuff stays in boxes where you left it, and then on top of that you have more stuff that's collected. That's where I'm at. So you can see behind me there's toys. Okay, so there's a lot of toys right there. It's not how the whole room looks back there, but in that little area it seems to get pretty cluttered. And then, you know, we got to put it all away before people come over. But I have different places in my house that look like that. I want to show you something that's kind of important to me. I have a couple of books here. I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm kind of looking at. Here, Creating the Peaceful Home. This picture here, this book, I bought this book at a thrift store, and I really enjoy it because I just like to open up the book and look through the pictures. I like to see all of the serene scenes. I like to see, you know, they're mostly like, you know, little still lifes. They're empty little rooms with very minimally, you know, oh, this one has a little bit more decoration, but minimal decoration for some of them, and you know what I mean? They're just so nice and quiet looking, and that's really, it does my soul good and my spirit good to see these nice, peaceful places, you know, and this is really what I would like. It seemed like for a long time I could keep the house looking like that, and it's just so quiet. One thing that you don't see here, though, is keep in mind, there are no children in these pictures. In fact, there's nobody living here in these pictures. So is this really real life? I mean, who are these people that live like this, right? Where nothing ever gets touched, nothing ever gets smudged, there's no Cheetos, there's no crackers in the living room, there's no games out, there's no toys left out, there are no shoes left out. I mean, obviously, this is just, you know, somebody's trying to sell a house or something. These look beautiful, but this isn't real life. As much as I would like my house to look like this all the time, this is not reality for me right now. Reality for me is more like, although I have places in the house that are like this, like that I really have to fight to keep, to make peaceful little places. What it is more like is like this book here, Live at Home, Life at Home in the 21st Century. There's 35 families they took to make this book, and what they did was they just went inside these homes and they documented and counted every piece of thing that they had in each room. And they came up with, you know, one thing they found out was they said that life in the 21st century in America is very kid-centered. So if there are children that are in the house, that stuff is everywhere. Everywhere. And I agree with that. They went in the offices, they counted everything in the office. They said that the usual number of stuff that they counted on the refrigerator is like 90 to 180 items on the refrigerator. And you know, I'm looking at my refrigerator right now and I'm going, how much stuff do I have on my refrigerator? I have stuff here, I've got stuff there. It's not too bad. I try to keep the face somewhat clean. And then I have this side over here. And I'm like, oh, for crying out loud, I'm going to have to count the stuff on my fridge. You know, mine's pretty cluttered. And then I have stuff on top of the refrigerator. I'll look at my messy counter right now. I got to get to that. So anyway, my home is starting to have places that look a lot like this book. And one reason that I bought this book was I wanted to see what was the mentality behind, you know, why do people get like this? Why do we do this? Why do we clutter into different rooms? And unfortunately, the book doesn't really, it's very, very interesting read. They also counted the refrigerator and the stuff in the car. But it doesn't really go into, you know, the mental things behind why people do this. It speculates a little bit, but not too much. There's their pantries. You saw what my pantry looked like before. There's our refrigerators. So, and my pantry looks much better now. Thank you to Gina for inviting me to the pantry purge. This is somebody's, garage? The garage is somewhere I have to tackle as well. So anyway, this is what I want. This is more like what I'm getting in the process of that I want to rein back on and create more spaces in my house that are serene. It's always been really important to me to have order, cleanliness, you know, and when we started over again, our eldest is 28, and then we started over again with a whole new crew of children, and it just, so there's 20 years between them, and so it's taken us a while, and so it's really taken a lot for me to step back and go, I don't want to get used to this clutter, but to a certain degree, it is part of my life, but it's a constant battle. So anyway, over the next month, I'm going to be bringing you with me and totally just like decluttering something. So every day we're going to get rid of, like today, I'll get rid of one thing. Tomorrow, I'll get rid of 2 things, and so on until the end of the month. I'm going to be getting rid of over 400 items. So, and to tell you the truth, I think we're going to be getting rid of much more than that, because my husband and I are actually going to be purchasing we're really going to be attacking this. And we're actually going to be attacking we're going to be purchasing a new shed, and we're going to place it out in the yard here, and we're going to be just going through the entire garage, dumping a lot of stuff in the garage, and then putting stuff from the garage into the shed that is, you know, non-vital right now. And then we're working at actually this wall here. Behind this hutch is going to be taken out, and we're going to be putting doors in, and then the plan is to make the garage into a multi-purpose room. So I don't think all that's going to happen this month, but it's definitely in the works. So down here in this shelf in the living room, I have my warmer and my pictures up here. I keep my cookbooks because it's fairly close to the kitchen, and but they're safe and out of harm's way, no water and all that's going to get them. But I go through here so much that they become kind of a clutter mess, and so I have a huge collection of cookbooks down here, and look what a mess they are now, because I get in here, I get a recipe, and then I throw it back in. But there are a ton of recipe books that I don't use, and I keep buying. You know me, I love cookbooks, and I keep buying more and more. In fact, I'm going to show you a new book I bought on another video, and it's really cool. Anyway, maybe I got it at the library. I think I got it at the library. That's even better. I can give it back. So anyway, let me grab a book, and I will show you which one I'm getting rid of. So I have my book. This is it. It is the 80-10 Diet, 10-10 Diet by Doug Graham. And some of you may be familiar with this. And if anybody can do this diet, kudos to you. I think that's awesome. My husband and I both tried it a long time ago, years ago. It wreaked havoc on my blood sugar, and for him, he just couldn't hang in there as well. It was next to impossible for us to live that way for a long time. So if you're not familiar with it, it's typically, you know, having like a pound and a half of grapes for breakfast, and then lunch comes and you have like a pound of bananas and a pound of figs for lunch, and then you have a big salad at the end of the day, and then you do it all again the next day. So for people who can do that, great, but I'm not one of those, and I can tell you in all honesty, my husband and I will never be doing this again. So this is the first thing to be thrown out on my decluttering series, and I have a lot of stuff to get rid of. So I hope you're going to come back and declutter with me, and I hope that let me know. I want to know if any one of you want to come along and declutter this month. Let's do that. Even if it's just one place in your house that you're going to take back and create some sort of sanctuary with, or even if you're just going to get rid of a few things, do it. I hope you come along with me. Type down below and let me know. Visit the other channels, and let's make March a decluttering month, and get ready for the spring. Let's do some spring cleaning. All right, everybody. I love you a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.